Hey there, amigos, what's up? How are you all? So, in this video, I'm gonna show you how you can use Photoshop without using Photoshop. You can use Photoshop without even having Photoshop. And like when you're new, when you're a beginner, you're learning to edit. Sometimes some people just cannot afford Photoshop. Either you're in some region where Adobe is not supported, or you're in some region where your bank cards aren't supported by Adobe. So you cannot just purchase Photoshop. So in this video I'm going to show you one thing that is just going to change your life forever. To all those who cannot get access to Photoshop, who cannot use Photoshop, who don't have proper system, here's what I'm going to show you. Here's how you can get Photoshop. So I'm not going to say anything much. I'm just going to show you how you can use Photoshop without using Photoshop. Let's just go to our browser. Alright, just kidding. Okay, so we will go to this website, photopea.com. Press enter and check this out. This is a website called Photopea. It's a online based software. It's a web based software. This is a proper Photoshop clone. And here you can create new project. You can open a project from your computer, or you can choose a PSD template, Photoshop template. Now this website already is able to open a PSD file, AI file, XD file, Sketch, PDF, XCF, which is a GIMP, RAW, or any other JPEG, GIF, whatever, PNG, whatever. So this is the home. This is a home page, and you can go to this device. You can load files from this device. You can go to Google Drive, shared devices, private folder. You have OneDrive, you have Dropbox, and you have P Drive, which is this website's very own drive. There's account. You can create an account. You can use free, which you have all features. It's free forever, but you will get some ads. Okay, so now let's just go to create a new project. Okay, let's just 1920 by 1080. Color, you can choose any color. It's just like Photoshop. I'm gonna use black. I'm gonna select black and I'm gonna create. Watch this. Okay, let's just full screen here. Check this out. This is a proper, real Photoshop interface. You have move, you have quick selection, you have lasso, magic wand, crop, eye fill, eyedropper, airbrush, clone, stamp, gradient, blur, dodge, text, pen tool, selection, shape tool, hand, every single tool. And just like Photoshop, every shortcut, you press V for select tool, you press M for marquee tool, selection, you press L for lasso, you press P for pen tool, you press T for text tool, you press D, X to swap the colors, D to set it to default. Everything is just like Photoshop. You have your tabs here. You can open multiple tabs. You have your layers, you have your channels, blue, green, red, RGB, and you have your paths here. You have history, you have swatches, you have characters. Everything is just same as Photoshop here. And you have file, export as, save. You can even save this, whatever you edit in here, you can save it as a PSD. You can export it as a JPEG, SVG, GIF, PDF, more. See, even RAW, you can export it as RAW. So it's just like every single thing that you can do in Photoshop, you can do it in here, and it's all for free. So now I have created this very interesting illumination text effect, glowing text effect, and I'm gonna this is just basic layer styles. You have gradient overlay, satin, inner glow, and just a couple of Gaussian blurs. And I'm gonna show you how you can create this exact effect in Photopea. So let's just go to Photopea and press T, edit, press T here, just type your text, Control Alt selected, change the color to white, and press enter. And you can press Ctrl T or Command T just like Photoshop and scale this up. And you have guides as well, which can guide you, here we can center align, or if it's here, if you don't see the guides, just press Ctrl A or Command A and align it here just like Photoshop. Now how to change the font? Just like PS, click on the character, and the coolest thing about this website is it has thousands of fonts inbuilt, so you don't have to download fonts. There are like tons and tons of fonts from here which you can choose. Just so many. Look at how I'm scrolling down. Okay, there are like tons and tons and hundreds and thousands of fonts, and it's all for free, copyright free. You can use whichever you want, any that you want. And another cool thing about this is that you can load the font directly from your system. So you just click on load font, and I'm just going to go to my fonts folder, and I'm going to search for the font I want to load. Here. Press open and click OK, and it loads the font for you. Now you just come here and search your font which you have loaded, and it's right here, and you select it here. You can change the size, you can increase the tracking, set it to 0, and the size, let's set it to 400, and let's center align it again. Isn't this just so cool? Okay. And just like Photoshop, one of the biggest features of Photoshop is that you can convert this into a smart object. So just like here, you can just right click and convert to smart object, and this converts the layer for you into a smart object. So now let's double click, and obviously gradient overlay, and let's select our gradient. I'm going to select this rainbow gradient, and let's just change the colors. Maybe I'll remove the red, or no, maybe I want to add some pastel colors, so I'll just remove this red. We already have so I'll just change this to something like very lightish pink, and I'll remove this cyanish is good, maybe this one. Off colors, I like more off colors, so let me just use this one here. And I don't want anything very saturated, so this is good. Maybe let's center this more, so you can experiment. This has everything that it's got in Photoshop, so yeah. So here, just press OK. There you go. And you can change the direction here. You can change the scale as well, and offset. Now this is something you cannot do in Photoshop, but you can do in Photopea, and it's just so cool. So when your cursor is on the canvas, you can just drag your gradient around to see which part fits you best. This option is not available in Photoshop, so here you have this off scale X or Y. So I like this, and I'm just gonna stick with this, maybe. And I'll set the blend mode to dissolve. I want some glittery effect. If you see here, it's giving us those glittery effect. And reduce the opacity to maybe 92 is good, yeah, 91. Now let's go to satin, and I want to add some darkness in the middle, some satin, and maybe increase the opacity to around 85. Maybe reduce the distance, increase the size a little. play around with the angle. Yeah, this is good. Okay, I think this is, yeah, this is good. Okay, now let's go to inner glow, and I want to select some cyanish color for this. Okay, and I want to put the blend mode to linear dodge. So this is the linear dodge add, and increase the opacity and maybe increase the spread a little and the size. And let's add some noise. Cool. So press OK, and there we are. We have created this really nice effect in Photopea. Just simple process. And we can, duplicate the layer, Control J. And once again, we can convert this into smart object. Or you can convert it to smart object via copy. So that means if you change the content from original smart object, it won't update on this one. But I want to, show this how this can be completely procedural. So let's go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and let's add some blur here and set this to linear dodge, and since this is smart object, you can edit the Gaussian blur here. You can edit the smart filters. These are live filters. And maybe one more, and let's just make one more copy and change the size of this blur, maybe somewhere 70 pixels. Okay, now let's increase the fills of this. So linear dodge add is again one of those magic blending modes, which so if you decrease the fill, the effect can look even better. So maybe I don't want something too crazy, this much is good. So as you can see, we have created this effect from Photoshop. It looks super cool, and since this is a smart object, you can just double click on this layer and it will take you to a brand new layer, to a brand new project, and you can change the contents from here, Ukivaya or NASRE, and control save, it will save. So as you can see here, the smart object has updated our text. And what else can I say? Like seriously, what else can I say about this? This is great, it's easy to use, and it's just like Photoshop. We'll link this in the description below, so for all those who want to try it out, just go ahead and try it out. Just remember guys, if you're designers, artists, editors, there's nothing that's gonna stop you. All you require for this is just some passion and a really good internet connection. Yeah, okay. So okay, yeah, so that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. And if it will mean a lot if you can just hit the like button and subscribe to my channel to show some support. That would be great. Okay, so thank you again, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.